So throughout the day of checking on that ram lamb, we started noticing that something was going on. When they're newborns, you don't expect them to be able to get up and get around too well right there off the first couple minutes. And then every time I come in, he'd kind of be laying down, and I saw him get up, and he looked like he was limping a little bit. But once I picked him up and had a really good look at him, I noticed that his rear hooves had an issue. So one thing we noticed is the ram's back feet had some tight ligaments in it there in the back hooves. The ewe lamb, everything's fine with her. She's up moving around, no big deal, walking just fine. So there with his back feet like that and his hoof, like it's getting around just fine. And you know, I've read some vet forms and talked to some people, and they said it could change in a day or two and go back, or I could split them up. So we're actually just gonna try to split them up just because we only have these two lambs right now. This ewe's really fine with us working with them. So we're gonna try to give it a split tonight, and we'll see how that works. So this lamb had kind of downturned rear hooves and was basically walking on the front of them, kind of walking around. He was getting around just fine, but I wanted to do a little bit more research and see what I could do to help him. They just feel they work fine. I can actually feel they're really springy right there. So we'll try to just split them up for a day or so and see how it works.
Daddy, Mommy.
Watch out. Watch your hand.
Dad.
There we go. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold it. Up. Right there. Watch your fingers.
Hang on.
Oh, good. You can see with this vet wrap on there and a popsicle stick, I'll be surprised if it stays on for 24 hours. It'll probably come off because I don't want to wrap it too tight. It's just on there for a splint, like I said, to help stretch out those ligaments and tendons where it was all jammed up in the womb there with its twin. These lambs are both 10.5 pounds, long-legged. This isn't one of our huge ewes. So it just got a little bent up, but you know, everything seems to be good on it other than that. Hopefully this helps it along. They said you could just leave these off and naturally it should go back over the next week or so, but I just wanted to do this because I figured it would be a little bit easier to help it out right now. So that lamb seemed to be getting along pretty good with those two splints, getting around, moving around the pen pretty well. Ended up deciding to just leave them on overnight. So the next morning I was out here doing feeding. I just decided to go ahead and take them off because he seemed like he was having kind of a hard time getting up. So I just kind of pulled him off his legs, watched him. He got up, moved around all right throughout the pen, got underneath the ewe, was getting some milk. So I just assumed everything was all right. Well, later in the day, Rachel came out here into the barn and said that he was laying down. So she tried to get him up just to see how he was moving around. And he was really favoring one leg, kind of holding it up in the air, wasn't putting any weight on it. So she got in the pen, started taking a look at him really close, feeling around, and he had one of his legs had a low break on it. At that point, Rachel just went ahead and called the vet, ran the idea by her of what we wanted to do. We've dealt with broken legs before. This is just a low leg break, so it's a really easy one to splint. It's not like a high leg break that we've dealt with before where we've had the vet come in and put a cast on. This one was something that we were able to take care of here in-house. So the next thing was, what do you use for a cast on a 36-hour-old lamb? Well, I decided to do a little YouTube research and went back through a channel that me and Rachel really enjoy watching. That channel is Sheepishly Me. Sandy Brock lives up in Ontario, raises a bunch of sheep up there, and by watching her vlog, I had remembered that she had dealt with lambs with broken legs before, so I went back through and found one of her vlogs from 2019 where she was dealing with this issue, and she ended up using a paint roller for a cast. So Rachel ran up to the hardware store, grabbed a package of paint rollers, and what I ended up doing was cutting it up the middle, so that way it was easy to get on the lamb's leg and get off when the time came. And we put a layer of red vet wrap around the lamb's leg to act as a barrier between it and the cast. And I put that paint roller on, and we needed to make a few adjustments on it. That way the leg had some mobility still, but it was still solid. And once I got that wrapped up with that black vet wrap, that was a very solid cast. That lamb could still get up, pick it up, move it around, walk kind of with it like a peg leg. It seemed to be working pretty good for us.
Perfect. Hey, buddy. That's good.
Now hang on, let me give it a little Nutri-Drench.
Dim your ears up, boy. That's enough. Do you want more? Take care of him. I think he's already standing.
Oh yeah, he's standing way better.
You can at least put like some
Yeah, he's,
movement on it.
no, yeah.
And we just filled him up with milk, so.
So we ended up also giving that lamb a shot of some pain medicine, and it seems to be getting around okay. It's able to sit down, stand up. It's following the ewe around, getting underneath of her for some milk. So we have some high hopes that this cast is going to work for us and that it's going to be able to heal. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it and hope for the best. Well, that'll wrap up this one. Thanks for watching.